Hi, Derpy Moose 99 here with episode 8 of Banished with Megamod 9. Now today's a lousy weather day, so I've done a video this morning, took the dog for a walk, shoveled out the driveway, but traffic's a mess out there, I'm not going anywhere. So I decided to make another video here. Not sure how long it's going to be, but there you go. So here we are, and let's just take stock of our situation. We are at 543 citizens. And education and clothing's looking good. Students and children, that's a little bit low. And we are 26 houses behind. So I think we need to build some houses here. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on the food situation, obviously, because lessons learned and all. We're building 2 more fisheries down here, our mega fisheries. Oh, hey, just looking at this, I forgot to upgrade that barn. Let's do that. Okay, this hospital here we're tearing down. We built another one over to the side here. This one's too close to everything that's going on. I'm going to build some houses here. Our gatherer hasn't come up there in that dense forest node. I've laid out some orchards and farms here to be built. I've laid out 2 more pastures, a couple houses. Didn't do any dairy or anything yet, but a lot of building. So I think this is probably a new record for this series. 267 builders are required. And we have, approximately 8% of that. So let's go 20 builders and maybe 24 just for luck. Okay, so a bunch of the stuff's good. Oh, hey, this here. Oh, look at this thing. Okay, I just found that as I was putting in another one of these water wheel sawmills, and I was going for a stockpile, and I found this guy. It's called a covered stockpile. It is in here. I think this tab here, covered stockpile. And I thought that's pretty cool. I don't think the capacity is any different than a normal stockpile. I don't know that for sure, but anyways, I just thought that looked cool. So there's that. Now let's have a look at our animals. We have chickens. Yeah, and we have sheep that we just bought and 2 types of cows. Okay, cool. And over main center here, we have trade pigs. We have 17 out of 25. And we don't have a larger pasture for them, so we're just going to keep them there for now. And that actually let us play around a bit, because hopefully they'll hit the 25 limit in a short time, and then we can figure out what they're worth and then how many they produce and all that kind of stuff. So we looked at that. Let's look at our inventory just by quantity. Flowers are coming down, but we still got a ton of them. Have a ton of duck meat now, which makes sense after the panic building last time. We have a ton of feathers as well too. And those 60 silkworm eggs are still there. So I think that's probably enough time to say my theory about them getting eaten is no longer true, or if it was ever true. So I'm going to put these 2 silkworm huts on making silkworm eggs. Okay. And once one of these orchards comes up here, there's 2 orchards. Okay, one here. Let's watch those ones. Okay, so when those orchards come up, we'll put those both on white mulberries. Okay, so with all that building and stuff going on, I think what I'll do is I'll pause this and let it run for a while. If anything interesting comes up, I'll come back for an update. Cheers. Hi there. One thing I totally forgot to mention is this new city center I built for the pastures and the farms. I completely derped out, like really, really badly. I didn't even build a school up here, so other than this small school we built in this little community, any students up here would be walking all the way over here to this school. So I put a school in here. We're going to prioritize that. I think we need to do some school upgrades when we get the building queue under control, but that probably will be the year 2347. So let's go back on pause here and let it run for a while. Okay, we're back with a bit of a build update here. Our first 2 orchards have built, and we've got white mulberry going in both. And with the orchards, we'll do the same thing we're doing with the farm. So at the top, it's 3 farmers. They're doing the pickup. At the bottom, it's 2 farmers and laborers are doing the pickup. Our school is built. And we have 3 students, which is a good thing. I feel bad for whoever's walking all the way over here. I built 4 more perfume makers just because these 2 water wheel sawmills came up, but they're both on pause right now because we don't need the capacity. Houses haven't built too much, so I decided to add more to the build queue. And what I've decided to do, if you look, we've got almost 6,700 logs. Now, I turned down the traders, but I was kind of resisting the idea before about doing furniture, but I'm going to do furniture. But on the vein of trying something different, there's a hardwood forester that I've never tried. So I'm going to put one in over here, clear out this area, and then maybe convert, we have 6 joiners, maybe convert 1 or 2 of these to doing fancy furniture, which is what you need the hardwood for. So we'll build that, and it's probably going to be a year or two, probably 2 seasons before we get anything useful out of these orchards, but at least that process has started. And we still haven't built our mini gatherer yet. Let's see if this barn's been taken down. Nope. Okay, and we're almost ready to build or set up the other fisheries here once these houses come up. Houses and storage, that is. So there's a quick update. Let's just have a look at our food graph. Yeah, going in the right direction. And we're at 569 citizens. Okay, so I'll just go back on pause for a bit. Okay, we're back. Bit of an interesting update, at least for me anyways. These 3 fields here that we put in that were laborer pickup, I was watching them through the harvest season, and the farmers were putting all the food in baskets, but they weren't getting picked up, so it doesn't look like it's spoiled though, or the food spoiled. And it looks like it's slowly being picked up, so it'd be interesting to see what the yields on these are. So that says 1596, 1568, 1630. Now I put the same identical crops up there, so 1350 on that one, 1260 on that one, 1458 on that one. So interesting. So for that season anyways, the 2 farmers with the laborers picking up the food is definitely ahead. I'm gonna keep watching that. Now we built some more fields over here, but I'm not gonna activate those because we don't need the food right now. And I do want to get another town site over here and school and some more houses down this end of the operation, but all of our barns have built, so that's looking good. One of our pastures is built. Now interesting, I think we could move the trade pigs now. Now it looks like all our furniture joiners have been built too. Okay, because all our storage is getting choked with logs right now. Because some idiot's buying way too much. Okay, let's see how fast 12 joiners knock down the log supply. And leather, wool, flax, and cotton. Let's buy the cotton. Okay, and our trade pigs. Yeah, we're producing trade pigs now. So I noticed when the last trader came that you could buy trade pigs for 500. So let's put them in our, let's put them in the food supplier, because that's probably where they do the most good. So when we need the food supplier, we're really going to need the food supplier. So, and food is expensive. So let's put, well, I don't know, let's just say 100. I have no idea how fast they produce. Okay, we can sell them for 250 each. Wow, that's a lot. I wonder how fast they produce. I might be entirely converting to trade pigs here. Let's keep an eye on that one. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to leave them in our temporary site, are we? No. Okay, we've got a few trade pigs that were produced, so that's enough to see what's going on. So let's convert this to trade pigs. Put 2 people in there. And come down here, empty the pasture, stop the work, unemploy. So that means we have the holding pasture available for more animals if they show up. Okay, we'll send you on your way. We have a pretty decent collection of crops right now, so I'm not too worried about crops. Let's prioritize this hardwood forester. And I think we'll put one house in here for now. And maybe, never done hardwood before, so it'll be interesting what kind of stockpile they use. Let's put a 4x4 log stockpile there. So my conclusion on these trading docks is industry supplier has 4 merchants, and I'm pretty convinced now this industry trade port only has 1 merchant. So if you're trading for industrial materials, if you want flexibility, it's this guy. And if you want maximum number of traders, it's the trading port. Or like last series, if you get a bugged out map. Okay, there's a dock fishery. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll turn you off for now. Okay, and there's one house built, storage over here. So this fish is going to have the storage inside the circle, but the houses outside, or mostly outside. And this fishery down here is going to have the storage and the houses outside the circle. And we're going to compare all these things and see how they do, if it makes any difference at all. Which I suspect it will. Okay, we don't need it from there. I've actually turned off the food supplier from automatic purchase because we have enough food for now. So that's our insurance policy, just in case we need to panic again. Okay, there's our hardwood forester. And there's in fact 4 people working in there, so let's just go 2 for now and plant. Oh, this is raw material. So we're gonna have to manage that with the sand inventory as well. Okay. Right, let's prioritize the house there. Now we got a lot of storage and stuff that hasn't been building, so I'm not going to add too much more right now. Okay, let's have a look where we're at here. We're 11 behind on homes, that's not so bad. Food graph's still going up. The reed inventory was coming up again, so I turned on the rope workshops again. But I think I'll still build a few more reed farms because those rope makers will go through reeds like crazy. I haven't been adding on to this lately. Oh, okay, there's another 8 houses there waiting to be built. Okay, the log cabin's up. Why don't we prioritize these dock houses here? I'm sure we're way behind on those. Okay. You know, I don't know if these foresters will remove all of the feed and the flowers that's in here. Let's just see. We might have to manually designate that. I don't think we will have to, but we might. Nothing I really want there. Okay, once these houses come up, they're coming up pretty quick. See, this is a good sign. The people that are moving into these freshly built houses are still less than 20 years old. If you build a house and a bunch of 30-year-olds move in, that means you're way behind on the housing, or certainly a clue anyways. See, look at that. We had 9,000 reeds. I turned on 4 workshops doing rope, and now we're out of reeds. I think I'll just leave it like that, though. You can go away, and you can go away. Oh, copper, silver, tin. So I'm going to buy all of this, and that'll just let us build a few buildings that we normally wouldn't build, just to sort of see what things are all about. Okay, it takes perfume, which is a cool thing. Overpaying by 52. Okay, not going to do anything with those right now, but Maybe between episodes I'll look through the menus and see what we can build with that stuff. Oh, shouldn't be looking at that, don't need you right now. Okay, some of our storage is starting to build here. So we got a meat locker, it's full of duck meat. Miscellaneous barns, grain silo. And how's our actual dock storage looking? Jammed. Yeah, to be expected, I guess. Okay, and I plunked in a bridge over here because I'm thinking about maybe coal, because we're using iron tools right now, and I believe that steel tools last twice as long, or some order of magnitude longer than iron tools do. Put another bridge in there just for fun. But I haven't really decided on that one yet. There's also the idea of making gem tools, which I've never done, so that might be interesting to see how, you know, what it takes to do that. We have many more pastures now, so good. We should probably have a quarantine pasture somewhere, just in case we get an infestation. Where would be a good place for that? Maybe somewhere over here? Oh, there's one of our hospitals. So I built a hospital out in the woods here. Let's prioritize this stuff over here. So that's another central market. Okay, are we producing any white mulberry yet? Not yet, no. Okay, let's do an upgrade on that. Oh, that's what we were going to do. We're going to do school upgrades. So I believe in this town we have 2 schools, yeah. So this one's got 20 and that one has got 12, and these hold 25. And I think there's also a school over here, yeah. Okay, so let's upgrade the big one. And then I think we can do a school upgrade over here too. So probably some of the students that should have been over to the left here are in this school, so let's do that one first. Okay, that boat is trade pig beef cows and llamas. Wow. I think we should go for the llamas for sure. And what do we got? That's 600 perfume. Now, we don't have beef cows either. And we have 3 pastures. Very cool. Okay, let's go llamas over here. And let's buy the beef cows as well. More expensive they are. 3,200, and we can sell some firewood too. So, say 800 firewood. And let's make this pasture beef cows. Ah, I'm a bit chuffed by that. That was a good boat to show up. Okay. Now we have a few houses here. What we don't have is storage. So let's just quickly bang some of our storehouses in. Now we'll put the storehouses in right by where the shed is. Okay, don't care about that trader. Oh, I also noticed some travel through the forest here, so I've built a stone road up through here. And I talked last time about doing dairy, so I think maybe we'll think about reserving a little space here for houses. Get some storage here. Okay, and let's have a look for processed food, dairies, dairy parlor. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to get rid of this stockpile here. Okay, so let's let that go. Ah, looks like we have a lot of longhorns here. Yes. Oh my god. 252 leather and 4,200 beef last season. And 800 milk. Okay, so pastures have gone from being mostly useless to, oh wow, that might be a little OP. But you know what? It's in the game right now and we're trying it out, so we're gonna run with that. But what that means is we are way behind on things like butchers and stuff. So let's look here. Cow butcher. I have no idea how many that's gonna need, so let's do 3. And maybe a few more houses. No, actually we were near sufficient on houses, so let's go check that boat. Nope, don't care about that one. And don't care about that one. Let's see where we were in houses. Yeah, we're 9 behind, but we're building a few. Yeah, let's put a few houses up here. I think to support the dairy. Okay, and then over here, this one's built already. Okay, we don't really need the food, but we should start the orchard, so I don't really think we should do more mulberries at this point in time. Let's do some nuts though. We got pecan and walnut. Let's go for some pecans. Okay, so this is 3 and the farmers pick up, and this is pecan 2 and the farmers don't pick up. Okay, we got 2 fields there that we won't use for now. The reeds are still a bit iffy, even though we built 4 more farms, but we'll let that go. Well, one thing we should do is put some furniture in here. So I'm going to say 200. We probably don't have anywhere near that, but I don't want to go back and update that later. So let's actually put the furniture in all of these. Or 209 if you can't type. Okay, I think maybe I'll go back on pause just for a little bit longer, come back for an update, and think about next steps. Okay, back for an update. We have actual pigs here showed up, and we have some pastures open, so we're gonna go for that. Okay, let's go up here. And I think we'll go pigs here. Okay, it looks like some of our dairy parlors are starting to come up here, so looks like they're 3 max. Now, I have no idea how much milk these are going to use and how much we're producing, so I'm just going to turn like 5 of them on and see what the heck happens. And maybe we'll put this one over to the side just to watch that. Houses are coming up. Herdsman, vendor, dairy worker. Okay, some of our cow butchers are coming up here. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that and see how well those 3 cow butchers keep up. And we also had a candle maker here working from tallow, so let's max that out. Okay, there's our last dairy parlor. Now I noticed down on the river here, we've got a question mark, we'll deal with that in a minute. Our fishing docks have set up here, but our food is pretty much insane right now. We're over 100,000 food and our graph's still going up, so I'm gonna wait a bit before turning those on. Okay, let's deal with our question mark. I'm betting it's a teacher, dairy worker. Okay, come on now. We should have 6 times 3, right? Oh, I forgot to expand that one. Oops. 3, 3. Okay, that should be better now. Okay, why are you cold? You walked a long way? Oh, this road's not built yet. Yeah, that is a long walk. Alright, schools. Okay, some of our upgraded farmers' colleges are coming up now. This one's holds 22. I think we'll upgrade that one as well. Okay, there's one. That one's come up. I think there's one in our forest home as well too. Okay. Another question mark. What the heck? Teacher. Okay. Oh, that's because I just upgraded that guy. Find a school here. Okay, take you out. Smuggler, we don't care. Someday I'm going to investigate that. Maybe that's one of the other mod packs, like what exactly you do with a smuggler. There is so much content in this mega mod. Okay, Farmers College. So I'm kind of feeling we got back on track there with a big flurry of building. You know, I wasn't actually on pause there for all that long. This stuff is building pretty good right now. And we've got a little bit of a graphics blur in that field there. Okay, mulberries, how are we doing on that? Ah, there's mulberry leaves. Cool, 4 only, but 344 on that one. Well, that's a start. So what I did is I had these silkworm huts actually turned on with one person working in each, just in case I didn't notice when those orchards were built, so or were functioning. So I think we'll max those out. Okay, and we have to pick a location for where we're going to build our silkworms. Like these 2 silkworm huts are building or producing eggs, but we want the actual huts built that are going to be making the cocoons for the clothing. Okay, trader, we don't care about you. Okay, so our dairy's out of milk here. Yeah, these cows are probably... Yeah, those were beef cows, so I don't know if there's any milk comes out of that. And we have llamas, sheep. So we're gonna have to deal with wool. I was trying not to have wool in this game, but by buying those animals we're gonna have wool, so we'll have to make coats out of it or something. Yeah, so I think what we should do here is let's lay in, oh, I don't know, maybe 4 tailors here. We have 2,000 coats right now, so it's not really for the volume, it's just for the different types of materials. Okay, and what's our tool limit right now? 800. And we're at 539, so the 3 we've got working are not keeping up, so it's time to do this. Add these 2 in and build some more blacksmiths. And we might as well build all 4 there. Now I think what I'll do is if those build and we don't really need all of them, I might convert some of them to doing muskets or something, just as a trade good, and then if we need them for tools we can convert them back. Okay, our hardwood. This didn't seem to be harvesting the fodder or the flowers out of here, so I used the specialty harvest tools here to collect stuff. Oh, I didn't do herbs, actually, I should do that. So hopefully that'll help this forester plant the hardwood. I don't know if I've ever used hardwood, or if I did it was a long time ago. I'm going to be curious to see what it looks like. You know, is it a different visual than, say, the standard forest node? Well, we'll see. Out of reeds, but I think that's okay. We got enough reeds, you know, to do some fire bundles and some survival coats and stuff like that. So maybe. I'll put, okay, 2 more farms and then I'll stop. But probably what I should do is put some more storage in. That miscellaneous has nothing in it, so no rush, I guess. Okay, so we have some spare food capacity waiting in those 2 farms there, and some of these pastures aren't producing meat yet. And if we look again at our log horns, right, at the yield from that field, that's pretty mega. What are the chickens like by comparison? Chickens are about half of what the longhorn beef are. I guess the bonus with the chickens is you get the feathers if you need them for survival codes. We do have a lot of feathers though, so I should look and see what else we can make out of feathers. But you know what? I think maybe let's have a quick summary here. We are now at 718 people and we started at 543. We've gone to 5 hearts on the health. Still 4.5 happiness. Our food graph is starting to level off a little bit, but we haven't turned on those 2 fisheries and 2 farms. Plus the whole point on the pastures as well too. Last look at our inventory by quantity. 34,000 flowers. That's because we've done a lot of harvesting. So that's back up. Rice is going into the stratosphere here, so it might be time to do some windmills and make some flour. Now we just put pecans in. I don't know if we can make nut bread, but we'll maybe make some flour and look at what we can make out of it. I know for sure with egg production, which we have a lot of, we can make bagels. And the dairies are going to make, I think, milk and cheese and butter. Or not milk and cheese and butter, they're going to make cheese and butter. So we can look at some different options there. Next episode, we'll put some windmills in. I think we're going to expand our farms and orchards and maybe look at different sizes and go back to testing. And I want to do an assessment on the 3 farmers versus 2 farmers setup too. I think we caught back up there. I didn't starve anybody to death, although I don't want to brag about that because it brings bad luck. But let's call that episode 8 of series 2 of Banish with Megamod 9, and I am Derpy Moose 99. Thank you very much.